guys, this is Bernardo Faria. This DVD is gonna be all about escapes. So I'm gonna show here all my favorite escapes and how do I try to combine my escapes with my favorite positions. Because I always try to have the goal to, even if I'm in some bad position, I wanna recover that situation, getting my favorite position. So I'm gonna try to show here all my principles about defense from all type of situations like mount, back, side control, escapes from submissions as well. So that's gonna be my goal today. Show all my escapes that I think is one of the most important part in BJJ, because we always gonna end up in some bad positions and we have to know how to escape, how to recover. And I have here with me my friend Anis that's gonna film first. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you. Okay guys, so let's start here with the principles about how to have a good defense from the mount here. So every time I get on the mount here, my first goal is to keep calm and close myself. I think this is the most important part. Because if you go like straight to one way to escape, something like that, maybe it can be easier for him to attack you. So first thing I want to do is to keep myself calm and close myself. Probably he's going to do some mistake and I'm going to take advantage. Right? So the way I'm going to close myself here is, I'm going to close my buff elbows, trying to put my buff elbows close to my ribs, right? And at the same time, I have to worry about my neck as well. So I have to worry about my arms. He can attack like arm bar, Americana, and I have to worry about my neck as well. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bend my neck, I'm going to close my buff elbows, and I'm going to keep my buff legs bended as well. I want to keep my buff legs bended because it gives me the opportunity to make the bridge anytime I want. And anytime I want to go to elbow escape and things like this, I can easily stretch one leg and go to the elbow escape. Right? Another detail here is, every time I try to escape from the mount, I escape most of the times to one side. That's my left side. So I always keep myself a little bit turned to my left side, because that's going to help me a lot to do my defense. So it's going to help me to do elbow escape if I need. It's going to help me to do the bridge if I need. So I'm already turning a little bit to my side, right? And pay attention how I am. I always try to keep my head a little bended as well. I keep my buff elbows closed and my hands are very close to my neck. So for example, if Elis tries to attack me any choke here, it's kind of easy for me to catch his arms and work the bridge, just because my hand is here. So I don't want to stay like this. Look, right here my neck is open, so he can easily attack my neck. And I don't want to stay like this as well. Look, he can easily get the other hook, this and that. So I always want to stay like this. Look, I'm all closed, my neck's closed. If he tries to do any type of attack here, look, it's easy for me to catch his arm and work the bridge. Or it's easy for me to anytime work like elbow escape here, right? So that's my goal. I want to stay both elbows closed, both hands close to my neck, and a little bit turned to one side. I have my buff legs bended as well to make sure I can bridge or work the elbow escape anytime I want. And that's going to be my posture. So close our buff elbows, bend yourself a little bit, turn to one side, both hands closer to your neck, and that's how is my defense. Now I'm just gonna kind of wait for him. Depending what he's gonna do, my defense is gonna come up. So for example, once again, if he tries to choke me, I have his arms, I can work the bridge. If he put his weight all forward, I can work elbow escape. Right? So this is how I'm gonna act here. So let's just change the angle. Seen from this angle, my defense starts to this side. So I'm going to bend myself here and I'm just going to kind of wait for him. I can do the elbow escape. I can do the bridge. I can combine both elbow escape and bridge that you're going to see soon in the next positions. And that's how I am. So both elbows closed, close your head, close your neck as well. Both hands close to your neck and stay turned a little bit to one side. So in this situation here, we're going to see how to do the most basic elbow escape we have. And we're going to see some good details here. So as we just talked before, first thing I want to do is close my buff elbows, bend my head, closing my neck, and keep my buff hands closer to my neck here, right? Now guys, depends how is the posture of my opponent according to what I'm gonna do. So let's imagine, for example, that he has his both hands on the mat. So I was not able to catch his arm here to do the elbow escape. So I felt like to do the bridge. So I felt like a little hard here to work the bridge, right? So guys, that could be like the very good time to work the elbow escape. So what I'm gonna do is, first thing, every time he gets here, probably he's gonna try to go as high as he can on the mount, right? So that's why it's really important to keep the elbows closing. So look, I have my both elbows closing, protecting my neck here as well with my hands. And now I'm gonna use this elbow against his leg and this hand against his pants here, right? Now all I have to do is, I'm gonna stretch this leg down and slide it underneath his leg, right? Once I did that, I'm gonna make sure I get all his leg under my leg. I'm gonna place a hook on him and I'm gonna turn all the way down to the other side, right? Guys, once I got here, I could work, for example, the Z-guard, right? Or if I want to close the guard here, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna bring this leg up. I'm gonna open up his arm on the other side, hip escape again, and close the guard, right? So look, let's repeat. I have Elise here on the mount. All his weight is on this way right here. So if all his weight is on this way, first thing I don't want to do, exactly what I'm doing right now. Look how his knees are underneath my armpit. I don't want this. So what I have to do, hip escape, close my both elbows, protecting my neck as well. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep my elbow against his leg, control his pants. I'm gonna slide my knee underneath his foot, slide, 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 until I make sure I got his knee under my leg. Now that I did that, I'm gonna place a hook on his leg, just to make sure he doesn't jump to this side and go to my side control. I'm gonna frame him, hip escape, and I could play the Z-guard if I want, right? If I don't want to play the Z-guard, I'm just gonna keep that hook over there. I'm gonna hip escape towards the other side, and I'm gonna close the guard, right? So one more time on the other angle here. So he's on the mount, he has his both hands on the mat. So the bridge here would be hard because he has his both hands on the mat. So I'm gonna close my elbow on this side here, control his pants, slide my knee underneath his leg, slide, 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 place a hook. Once I place the hook, I'm gonna frame him. I don't want him getting my half guard, so if he tries to hold me down right here, I have the frame, hip escape. I could play the Z-guard if I want, or I keep the hook, bring my knee up. If I try to close the guard here and I cannot, I'm gonna bring his arm to me. A good tip here is, when I bring his arm, I could try to tap him here if this lock. Or I just keep going and close the guard. So I was at some very bad position. He was on the mount, and now I have him on the close guard. Or I could have him on the Z-guard before, and I had the chance even to attack a submission during the process. So that's how I work my elbow escape. Guys, let's imagine the situation here that I did some mistake. The guy got the mount on me and he got to go really high with his knees right here. So he went high, 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 even higher than that. And look, I have my both arms completely exposed here. And when I have my both arms like this, it's even hard for me to protect my neck. Look, my hands doesn't reach like close to my neck really well. So that's why we never want this. But we never want this, but this can happen anytime, right? So, and this happen, we have to be able to escape from here, like right away. So, guys, when that happens, what I'm gonna try to do is, I just want to slide up here. Every time I slide up there, like doing like very short hip escapes, I'm able to close my elbow again, right? So I don't need to do that big hip escape. I just have to do like very short hip escapes to be able to slide up and get there. So look, I'm here, he has his both knees up, he has his both knees very high here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do very short hip escapes. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close my elbow again. So that's all I want. I just want to come back to that same principle that we saw in the beginning. So one more time. he has the high mount. Sometimes when he has the high mount here, even to make it harder for me, he closes his buff feet on my hip. And then it makes it a little harder for me to do the short hip escapes. But once again, I just need that very, very short hip escape. So look, I'm here, I'm gonna hip escape a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I got it. And then I come back to that same situation again. And then from here, I can easily do the elbow escape that we just saw. And recover everything. Guys, on this situation, let's imagine another mistake here. And guys, always remember, like, mistakes in Jiu-Jitsu are not really like mistakes. It's things that's gonna happen all the time, you know. So, for example, there's no right or wrong in Jiu-Jitsu. So many times you're gonna end up at some positions that was not my mistake, was his credit, you know. So now let's imagine that he got the mount and he got the underhook on one side and he hold my head in the other side. So I'm on this situation here. Guys, I should not let that happen. Remember, I should be like this. When I'm like this, try to get the underhook again. And look, it's really hard for him, right? So that should be my goal. But maybe, for example, he got the mount from the side control. So just come to the side control here. And then he had the both hands connected. He slid his knee up on my belly. He got the mount. And there he is. So I cannot like ask Anis, hey Anis, can you get over here and I'm going to close my eyes? No, I have to figure escape from here, right? So guys, this escape that I like to do from this situation, I go straight to one of my best positions, that is the deep halfer. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try to remember that principles that we saw in the beginning. I'm going to try to close my buff elbows here, even with the underhook here. So he has the underhook, but I'm going to try to follow that principles again. I'm going to try to close my buff elbows. Now that I close my buff elbows, my right hand, I'm going to put it on my, kind of like on my chest over here. If you guys see, I'm going to hide this hand here kind of like on my chest. Right? So look, he's on the same situation again, and I'm going to hide my hand here. Guys, now I want to control his knee over here. Look, my left hand is going to go to his knee. Why? If I don't have any place to hold here, he's going to be able to open up my arm all the way up here. He's going to move higher, and then I cannot use this arm for anything anymore. So he got the underhook. I'm going to try to control his leg. Right? Once I did that, I'm going to start going to the hip escape. I'm going to slide my foot underneath his foot, and my right hand is going to start going underneath his knee. So I'm going to go until I get here. Probably he's going to sprawl down with his left leg over there. And now I'm going to kind of like shake him, shake, until I get here. And here is what I call like half deep halfer. So from here, I would set up one of my best sweeps that I use his lapel. And I would work the sweep from here. Well, let's not focus too much on the sweep. Let's focus really like on how to escape. So look guys, I'm fighting against Anis. He got the underhook and he got to hold my head here. Right? So first thing I'm gonna do, I don't want him to open up my arm. Right? So I'm gonna make sure to close my elbow and control his pants. Just like this. Now if he tries to open up my arm, he cannot, look, because I have a grip over there. My right hand, I'm going to place it on my chest, just like this. If you guys can see, my right hand is on my chest, right? So he has the other hook, I have my right hand on my chest. I'm going to turn a little bit to be able